Welcome back to the Raventape Drive-in. I'm your host, Mr. Raventape, and this is Serious Sam First Encounter HD from the Serious Sam collection. Now say that 5 times in a row. While I'm waiting. If you've watched my last few episodes of Serious Sam, I've been talking about doing a game completely in black and white. Now, I have found the game. I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's going to be Deus Ex Human Evolution. Now, Human Revolution. Not evolution, revolution. Now, playing this in a black and white setting, like in the silver screen from the... it's basically inspired by the films of the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and early 60s. I think there was a few films then. Anyway. It's... To some people, I know that'll be sacrilege, because it's like, why would you watch Blade Runner in black and white? The only reason I can give is that I think it'll translate well to a black and white color scheme. I don't know how well it'll look because I've yet to run tests on it, but it is the game I have picked. Now, if it doesn't work out, I do have another game picked out. I won't say it just yet, but it's going to be interesting, depending on which one works out the best. Now, that'll fill up most of my days. So I've been wondering about Tuesday, because I've got no videos that go up on a Tuesday, which will be your Monday or Sunday. So he's stuck in the middle here and I don't know where. Anyway, besides the point. On Tuesday, so I was thinking of doing maybe a Retro Tuesday where I play games from one of the many Sega Master System games. Well, not Sega Master System in general, but Sega consoles, or original Xbox, or PlayStation 2, or something like that. Something that is classified as retro right now, or even the Nintendo 64. See where I can dig up. Like I said, as if it is something classified as a retro game. I don't know if it'll be like a one-off Thursday. Depends on the game and how quickly I want to break the controller. Because I remember some of those games, and even as a kid, you felt great rage to put the controller through a TV. But you knew you couldn't do it because it'd be your only game until the next holiday time or your birthday. That's what got me thinking about emulator machines. Now I know you can get insert name of console here with the word mini beside it. There are multiple versions of them everywhere, but I'm talking about the emulator machines that you get from those cheapo shops. I've never bought one, I've never used one. I am curious to know if anybody leave a comment in the comment section if you've ever used one, because I saw on eBay just a couple of nights ago claim the wildest amount of games they had on the machine itself, which was 33,000 games. Now, yeah, I can leave a link in the comment section if you want to check this posting out. It's 33,000 games with 5 built-in emulators, all on a 64 gig mini SD card. Wrap your head around that one. Now I don't know what the I was going to say science behind it, but the space management on these sort of things with ROM hacks and stuff like that, as I've never gone into it before. What is interesting to me, that the number, that seems like a very high number for those sort of games. Goddamn bulls, they're everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, about this emulator, they claim that it can play Nintendo 64 games, Dreamcast games, PlayStation 1 games. I saw Neo Geo on there. I saw a few other things too. Like I said, I can leave a link. I don't know if I'd personally buy it. I prefer to try to anyway play it on original hardware. That's just me. That gives you the more authentic experience of the game. If not, I'll probably try and get one of those minis, like the SNES or the NES or PlayStation 1. I know Sega had one. Or 2, was it? Or was it 2? I think one of them was the Mega Drive. I think that was the only one they ever released. I'd probably reach out to try and get one of them off the second-hand market. But I think for the most part, the claim of that emulator, it seems widely over the top. From all I understand is that it's probably a selling point. Now, I have seen those emulators in person, because during holiday time where I live, usually there'll be a pop-up shop in the shopping centre or mall, depending where you live in the world, that will sell them, and they'll make on the box there'll be like a wild claim of 500 games or 1,000 games or something like that. To me, 500 games seems more realistic, because I'm sure that some of those cartridge games, when it comes to space, isn't really big. It's when I'm assuming when the discs get involved, it's when things get tricky. I'd love to see somebody, if it's already been done, somebody please correct me on this, but has there been a Neo Geo released as a mini yet? Because that would be very interesting to see, I reckon. I can't be the only one who wants to play a bit of Metal Slug. Also, while I think of it, I have recorded the Halloween episode. It is nice and long. Please don't take that out of context. All I have to do now is sit down and edit it. That's going to be fun. Because it'll probably be the longest video I've recorded to date. As I've said, it's going to be a game that will go start to finish in one sitting. It'll have a nice little intermission in the middle for those of you who want to go out, take a break, get some sweets, come back, stuff like that, you know. To sort of give you that drive-in experience. And that, yeah, like I said, that'll come out either a day before Halloween, on Halloween, or after Halloween. Once again, depends on where you are in the world. For me, it'll be Halloween. That I can be sure of. Let's do this again. I don't know what made me think of it, but there's an old radio play that was during the 70s, maybe 80s. Around that time, it was based on a short story. And it was called What's Rangoon to You is Grafton to Me. And then a section of that radio play is the storyteller. He picks up, because the story is of a man traveling from Brisbane to Sydney, right? And it's all about what happens in between. It's a wild trip. If you can hunt it down, give it a listen. It's about 40 minutes or so. It's probably one of the best radio plays you'll probably hear. It's very Australian too. But one of the things that made me think of it right now is that he picks up a hitchhiker. I should really stop letting my mind wander when I'm taking these bulls on, but I'm going to finish it. He picks up a hitchhiker, right? And he has, for some reason, under his front seat, 2 jumper cords that are hooked to a power girder. I think it's a girder or something. It's generating power anyway. And the hitchhiker sticks one in his mouth and it attaches the other to his forehead and creates a circuit with himself, right? And he describes him as a vegetarian bouncing around in a butcher's cold room. I don't know what made me think of it, but I'm sure it has something to do with the bulls. No, seriously. If you can hunt down that radio play, it's called What's Rangoon to You is Grafton to Me. Give it a listen. I don't think you'll regret it. There was also another radio play, if I can think of the names, Russell Guy and James Dibble. They were the 2 guys behind the radio plays. They did another one called Hot Bananas, which was literally the reverse of What's Rangoon to You is Grafton to Me. It was literally about him, or not him, but the storyteller going from Sydney to Queensland looking for the hot bananas. Like I said, different time, but give it a listen. it's amazing when you think about this game when it came out. I know it came out a little bit after the whole boom of FPSs with Doom and Duke Nukem, but when you look at this, it broke the mold to a degree. I think it was I can't remember who had made the quote, but they were basically said that storytelling in a video game is basically the same as having a story in a porno. I think I probably butchered that quote, but it was along those lines. And if you looked at like Doom and Duke Nukem, they eventually got some very big storylines. There was a storyline there you could follow. Very vague storyline, but there was a storyline there nevertheless. Especially with the newer versions of Doom, as fun as they are to play, they are starting to lean very close to the lore-heavy side of things. But then you get something like this, like Serious Sam, and it is purely the definition of point and shoot. You can't go wrong with that. Unless you don't like FPSs, which is everybody's got their own tastes, but a simple game like this is like playing a puzzle game on your phone. You can switch your brain off, relax. Of course, everybody relaxes in their own way. Some people like they engage their brain to relax. I guess it's a form of like wearing yourself down. Right, as you can see, I'm doing something really scummy, but I really don't want to be here for the next hour or so trying to dodge them left, right and center. I guess it's their fault, the way they're programmed. They end up in a single line together. So it's like those scenes in well, not scenes, but like in video games when it's a corridor shooter, like they're popping out left, right and center, you can just knock them on the head real quick. The local butchers are jealous of me. I wonder why. I kind of feel bad now. Oh shit. Alright, now they're getting their revenge on me. Well deserved revenge too. Yeah. Just need to hang on a little longer and try and get to that ammo bag. Right. We're all good. We even got a top off of health. Once again, I think it feels like we're cheating, but... or I'm cheating, one or the other. try to pull a fast one on me. Is that it? Do we go through the doors? Is there doors? Ah, it's chicken legs again. Alright, so this part will be a lot more easier than the bulls. Just got to keep on going and dodging the rockets. I guess the upside is the smaller versions. They can take a rocket to their head and that's it. It means you can get on top of them pretty quickly, which is a good thing. I'm assuming on higher difficulties, this part's a nightmare. Oh man. It's kind of a letdown really, like taking on these monsters after getting run through by the bulls. I should have went to Spain. It would have been a excellent rendition of running from the bulls. That's it. That happens in Spain, doesn't it? I don't know. I'll have to double check that. It's really turned into a light show. Yeah. I picture him carrying this cannon with like a giant cannonball dispenser on his back. Sort of like when you go to a arcade and it's got those like little toy things you put I don't know, 20 cents in or something like that. You turn the handle and it drops out. Usually come in little plastic eggs sort of thing. Please, somebody, help me here. Oh yeah, it's a full-on light show now. Oh, so if anybody's in the comments that have played the original version of this, what were the changes done to it? Because I've never played the original version, I've only played the HD version of it. I'd like to know what the big changes were. Was it just a graphical change or was there something else done to it? The reason I bring the question up is basically because of, I saw that, I'm a bit behind the curve on this one, but I saw that Crysis got a remaster. I still remember those days of people trying to max out their machines playing it at high settings. I don't remember if we had ultra settings back in the day, because I was never a big PC gamer, but I remember a lot of people trying to max out their machines for that game. Some being able to do it and only playing it 5 frames. Don't think it ever pushed 60 frames at high settings, but I'm sure you could do it now. I think the big claim now is, can your PC run GTA San Andreas with mods? Because there's some huge graphical mods that you can get for San Andreas. And I think GTA 5 2's got some big ones too. Because I've seen some videos, I don't know how legit they are, but people being able to remodel Vice City in a GTA 5 setting, or it was an actual graphical mod upgrade, but I don't. To me, they look wonderful, but I don't know if they've ever been publicly released. He's got a health bar. Alright, so we're definitely going to be fighting him. Damn, he is a big boy. Is that what happens when Goro grows up? Shit, they're all over the place. How am I still standing? I'll never know. You know, to me, the way he's been modeled, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he does look like Lucifer. I don't know why. Alright, so we've sort of reached a dead end here. I hope it's not a dead end. Oh, we've phoned home. I hope they're coming to our aid. Otherwise, we are fucked. Well, at least I'm making some sort of punch into him. That's good. It makes me feel slightly better. Now it's just him and me now, is it? Alright. Okay, so we're doing alright at the moment, I assume. I've got no idea what's going on. I'm just hoping for the best. The laser's not even making a imprint in him. What's that beeping? No, I'm going for it. Hang on a second. God damn it, I'm an idiot. After spending an hour getting my ass handed to me by that guy, that beeping was the open door. Alright. Alright, you can have a go at me on that one. That's a free shot. This is interesting. This is as if the temple was built by aliens. Were the conspiracies right? Did they really help them build it back in the day? Probably not. Just story facts here. Yeah, probably not. Well, there was a ship we phoned home to. Hopefully it'll give us a helping hand. Is Serious Sam finally going to take off? I believe I can fly. I'll take an elevator up. Either way works, really. Those lights going across the floor, up against the wall, remind me of something. Can't remember if it was a movie or a series. Especially that shot. For some reason, Evangelion jumps into mind, but I might be wrong with that one. One last stand, eh? Alright, I like the look of this. Here we go again. Here we go.
I thought I saw the last of you.
Well, I know that doesn't make an imprint in him. That's for sure. Am I supposed to jump through these? We're about to find out. No, we'll say. Well, that's a good sign. Ow. I kind of don't want to get too close to him after I ran after that health. I'm afraid you might step on me. Ow. All that health from that lovely heart is now gone. Alright. Well, I guess that's what I get for copying 2 missiles in the face. I think in an earlier episode I talked about the AI in this game. How it favors more about rushing you with more enemies than actually having them try and outthink you. I have to give him props. During that hour of fight, and he's just shown it there, he's tried to predict my movements multiple times. Which he's been pretty good at so far. don't know what these circles are going to set off. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Alright, jump through that one. So what's the catch here? Am I missing something again? It must be that one over there in the distance. And I'm not going to be able to hang on. Not even bunny hopping is going to save me this time. Damn you, armor, you're supposed to protect me. Alright, now we know what we're doing. Once those doors open, I'm going through them. You really don't want to know the heartache that I went through with this. Running out of ammunition multiple times. Health multiple times. My dumbass wouldn't turn around and look. I guess that's what happens when you play a game like this and you're constantly running backwards because you got to shoot. It is what it is. Nope, that ain't happening. Right, beeping's happening, doors are open. Gotta move. Alright, here we go again. I'm assuming this is the final fight. We've got the mothership there, we're at the top of a pyramid, we're jumping through hoops, firing rockets. What more could you ask for? Not getting me this time. So I wonder what these hoops activate. Is it something good? Something bad? Loving this cannon. You can't go wrong with it. I hope it makes an appearance in the other games too. Did I hit that one? Nope. Gotta go back again. Okay, let's keep moving. Nope, not this time. Okay, I'm assuming that I've... Okay. A giant laser. Wait, is it healing him? Come on. I thought that jumping through the hoops would have deactivated anything like that. Right. Well, it looks like I gotta hit him again. It makes you really realize how big this area is when you look at the hoops on the other side and you go, I was just over there a minute ago. Using a knife might be a little bit overconfident. Though I'd love to know if anybody's actually taken him on with a knife. I don't think you could even get close to him to use it. Which kind of bumps me out now. I realise that this could be it for Serious Sam first encounter. Because this is... how are you going to top this sort of fight, really? But it made me realise that I never used a knife. Maybe that's something where on the higher level of difficulty you're short on ammunition, your only choice is the knife. Which I don't know if that... All I'm saying is I'm thankful there's no toads in this final boss fight. No healing for you. Yeah, right. Let's hit this properly again. Come on, come on. Did I get it? Yep. I guess that's the upside when you're swapping weapons. It slows the time down. You're giving yourself a couple of seconds to use something different instead. Right, I think I hit them all this time. Let's see what happens now. Oh shit, it's hurting him. Oh, so I had to actually time him to be in the right position. I killed him good. Dust to dust.
The size that matters, is how you use it.
And those are facts. Okay, Sam, I just saw that kill somebody. Why are you running towards it? Oh, I'm reenacting my own version of abduction. Okay. Right, is there something supposed to happen? Oh, hang on.
We're sorry. It is not necessary to dial a 1 when calling this number.
What the?
Will you please hang up and try your call again?
Not again.
Who's he calling? More importantly, why is there a payphone on the ship?
Yeah, this is Serious Sam calling for Mental. I guess you're not home right now. I have a special delivery package for you. I'll be there soon to give it to you in person. I'm on my way over right now. Thanks, bye.
What?
It's time for bed, kids. Cartoons are over.
Ooh, to be continued. And it definitely will be continued on this channel once other things have been finished. Oh yeah, let the credits roll. That's what we wanted to see. Thank you to all the developers who worked on this one and the original First Encounter 2. Awesome game, guys and girls. I don't know about you, but I tend to watch the credits when it comes to video games. It's my way of, I guess, appreciating, well not appreciating, but acknowledging the work that has gone into it and the people behind that. And with that, we come to the ending of Serious Sam. Hope you enjoyed it like I've enjoyed it. And until next time, good night.